Hello, everybody. Hello, hello. It's Brenda Schweder. Brenda Schweder. Welcoming you to sahuaritacasita. Welcome, welcome. How is everybody? Good to have you here. It's a little bit cloudy today. We're finally getting some rain here in Sahuarita, Arizona, but not a whole lot. But we've had like rainbows galore lately, and double rainbows. You guys remember that YouTube video that went viral some years ago about double rainbow all the way? I heard recently that that gentleman has passed. I don't know how I'm not a big news follower, but must have come up on some sort of feed that was zoning me in. Welcome. It's good to have everybody here. And those of you who are watching on the repost as well. So I'm gonna just pop a few of these things up. This is the most beautiful part of my casita back here. It's kind of a display that I have finally set up with all my things. And if you guys follow my blog, you can see the beautiful mannequin that I purchased here off of Facebook Marketplace. I've been following. Every once in a while they'll come up, none as beautiful as this one, and they always, if I hesitate, they're always just like gone in a second. So I put her on my blog 2 days ago. So yesterday's blog, yeah. So I was kind of thinking about how when I write them the night before. And so I need you guys to help me name her. We have several no comments yet, huh? Several of the some choices, including 2 from my mother, and those, for those of you who have suggested things, a lot are coming in from Hollywood and days gone by. I mean, of course, she looks a little iconic, doesn't she? But I think what we're going to do is I'll get some more for you guys, and then we'll have a, because I don't want to pick one, they're all so good. I will have a little survey, and we'll do a vote. So, yeah, let's see, gosh, I'm so surprised there's not even coming on yet. But it could be that my little thing went into stories instead of the regular area. So, but hopefully you guys will watch me on the repost. Anyway, so big news today, besides naming Madame back there. She's just gonna kind of like be overwatching me, isn't she? For a while. So some of the names were, one came to mind that I was just like, that would be a good one too. Marlene, for Marlena Dietrich. What were some other ones? I think Trixie was one. Some beautiful names from days gone by. So we'll think about that and we'll vote on them. We might as well just get going here. So in the past, what we've done is we've done 2 collaborations where I give you things, or I break apart something, or I send out some other things, and then you respond with a finished jewelry piece or an element. And then what we're going to be doing is auctioning those beautiful pieces off, all for Beads of Courage. And you guys know, let's take these guys down here, that this is my, hi Ruth. Oh, I'm so glad you're on. I was getting worried that I had done something wrong here. I was just talking to myself. So Beads of Courage is right here in Tucson, Arizona. I'm just like half an hour south of there. And what they do is they give beads to kids that have serious life-threatening illnesses. And I need to have a name from you, Ruth, I think. And so the beads offer them, they're different, they symbolize different things like, blood draws or surgeries, procedures, hospitalizations. Everything means something. And so they have this narrative to be able to talk about their journey, their health journey. Hi, Sue DeLay. Hello. 53 there in southeast Wisconsin. That's what it gets down to. That's our low at night. So tomorrow maybe. So I am not missing this, Sue. I'm so sorry. So sorry. So happy to be here. I mean, I was talking to my mom this morning, and she's just like, you know, we were coming out of the grocery store, and it was like drizzling on us, and we're like, oh, it's so cold, like a bunch of weirdos that we are. And we're like, wow, we really have a whole different set of things to complain about. Talk about weenies. So yes, so please do share this, because let's get my share thing up. Spread the jewelry love, because I want to get as many people involved in Beads of Courage in this last collaboration I'm going to be doing for some time. And so we want as many people to participate as possible. And hopefully what we'll do is we will run out of these things which are right down here, my D-stash. So the last collaboration, not from you, but you are thinking, yet supposed to snow here in Colorado too, then head to the Midwest. Ruth, are you a skier? Because I am not. I don't do any of those winter sports. My sport is just like sitting in the sun. Never been that much of a physical person. Anyway, so if you'll remember way back when, I think this even started, golly gee, I'm not remembering, but what we did is we broke apart this TV tray here and gave people pieces to make into jewelry. And at that time we were making them into elements. That looks like I don't have any pictures of the second thing. I must have taken those off. But I think what I might do is take those elements and make them into pieces of jewelry, because we want the more things the merrier to be able to draw attention and to make money for Beads of Courage. So we'll splitting all those up. I made that executive decision. And then the second go around was juice caps. And we have so many things. I have a whole tray over there of the juice cap things. I'm keeping all of these things very safe and sound and in a good order. And so we have all kinds of different things. Now, I think, Ruth, it was you. Hi, Catherine. Araceli is here. Araceli, I got your pieces. Thank you so much. I'm so blessed to be able to get wonderful things from my friends. Thank you. And what we're going to be doing this time is Brenda's D-stash. Hopefully all these things will go away. And, you know, these are things that I purchased over the time. I love, love, love each and every piece of these. It's just that my jewelry direction is going a whole nother way with the found objects and the single-use plastics and stuff like that. And why keep these things when they can go to a good home? And there's so some pretty cool things in here that we'll go over. And then I thought what we would do is I'll just give you the simplest way of making some of these things into a piece of jewelry. And even if that's all you do, it would be great just to have something for people to be able to wear around their necks, right? Because not everyone knows what to do with our elements. So what I thought I would do is, don't freak out. Hi, Carlene. Mwah. What I'm going to do is I'm going to list these all right after the show on my Etsy site. So www.brendaschwederjewelry.etsy.com. If I had my stuff here, maybe one of you scribes will do that for me tonight. So, and who knows at what point, just keep checking back. Tomorrow morning for sure I will have all these things up here. Basically just so we don't have 6 people that say, I want this, and then I'm in this communication nightmare trying to get you guys what you need. Because there's all such individual things. I'm going to list the pieces, list the list, and what I'm just going to be doing is just doing, I think I need to raise it to like a $5 mailing thing just to cover some of the materials and that. But if you get doubles, just know that that's going to a good cause, right? But basically just sort of a $5 mailing fee. And a lot of these pieces are ceramics, and I'm going to apologize right up front that I'm not remembering all of my names. Melanie is coming to mind here, but she stopped doing ceramic pieces a while ago. I remember collecting some things from her. Firefly is in here, Miss Michelle. There's some glass pieces, there's some brass stampings in here. Just a number of different things, because I know that you guys have a lot of different tastes. We have some beautiful enamel pieces by Anne Gardan, and I'll go through all these things for you with you. Some of the pieces are going to be pairs, some are going to be singles, a lot will be singles, and then I also have some cool vintage pieces in here that'll be like sets of 3. Let's just say sets of 3. And then I'll add those to, because some of the things are stock that companies have given me that are just sitting there waiting for you, and I've played with them enough, and now it's time to pass along what I don't have, and I think they would rather have me do that than to keep everything in the hoarder's nest. Maybe. You'd rather be warm and scuba dive if you have to put on a lot of gear. Yes, I agree. Sandals, flip-flops. Flip-flops are my new thing. I never thought it would be, but here we go. I also have a piece or two from, I guess just one piece from in Vincenti. I don't know how to pronounce it. And I have one beautiful piece here from Warren Beatty's, our friend Amber Higgins. So just kind of a mishmash of things that I'm hoping that you will fall in love with. Hello, Miss Sharon. And any Jade Scott pieces, Carrie Smith. Hi, welcome. I don't think so, because I don't think I have Jade Scott. I don't know that person, but I'm going to find out, because if you like them, I certainly do. Okay, so let's get down to business here. I'm going to just kind of show you this whole kind of smattering of things. So here we've got, some ceramics. There's some gemstone pieces right here. I think this one, we'll do this as sort of a piece together. This gorgeous piece here, I believe, golly gee, this must have been some sort of, I don't know, piece of copper here. This is the Anne Gardan section. We have some beautiful coin pieces. This piece is a button, but the others are drilled. Be careful too that if you get something that's not drilled, I think almost everything has a drill in it or some way of attaching it, that I think these are just cabs, so you know how to put those together. But I think basically everything else has a hole in it or some way of attaching it to a bail or, some things. So, Anne just tuned in. Is this for Beads of Courage organization that gives beads to children in hospitals? Yes, Miss Anne, it is. It is. So what'll happen is that you'll go on my Etsy site tomorrow, and you will purchase some things, or basically just ways of getting these things to you for postage. I'm not taking anything, of course. And then you will make a piece of jewelry and you will get it back to me. So why we're starting this now in the middle of this holiday season, you might think I'm absolutely crazy, but what I want to do is get these things into your hands and start percolating your inspiration in your brainers, and then you can send them back to me. They're going to be due like the last day of January, so that that I can get, well, maybe I have to up that up a little bit here so I can get things organized. But then what we'll do is I'm working with Beads of Courage, and we'll do an online auction for them and just get all this money to them. And I believe they're good with it, because what they'll do is they'll set up the auction. I'll provide all the the pictures and stuff for them, and there'll just be this auction for a certain amount of time. So we'll get you guys all involved again and say, hey, this is for a good cause. Please, please buy this good stuff. What ends up happening is, well, not always, because we'll have all of our people, but I talked to brain kick in here. Beads of Courage, because my brain is falling apart. And basically a lot of times what happens is that the families of the extended families, the aunties and the uncles and the grandmas and the grandpas, and are buying these pieces to support this cause as well. And so I can't wait to see what happens and how much money we can bring in. Carrie says, Jade Scott did copper pendants with prints under resin. God, she retired a while ago. Oh my goodness, I'm gonna really have to see. I wonder if any of those pieces are still available, right? So thanks for letting me know about that. Anne says, love it. My friends and I make bags for that organization. I know, isn't it just wonderful? As much as that we can give to the organization is absolutely wonderful. Jean is the executive director's name, Jean Gribben. Thank you, Brain, for kicking in. I just had to kind of let it rest for a minute there. And see. So I'm just going to talk about these pieces just a little bit, and as I said, please check back. They'll be up probably before the end of the day, my time. Hi, Terry. Terry, I hope you got your piece. So just a little segue here. Terry and Araceli, I believe Terry, it was you. Terry, or did you win the bracelet? Oh, I'm getting all the pieces again. But I did finish 2 of these guys. Last time was the giveaway, and so those went out in yesterday's mail. I had them done like the next day, and then of course the mailing part is the hard part for me. But I will say that stamps.com was down like last Thursday or Friday, and it's not all my fault. Anyway. Okay, so let's go on down here. I don't know who did this piece, but isn't this fabulous? And I see here, I'm not a, this is a piece. So some of these pieces that you guys are going to be buying for your $5 mailing fee are going to be really nice. So so ceramic piece, isn't this gorgeous? So that will be one of the pieces. I'm just going to go through these really quick. Here we have this cute wings. Who isn't in love with wings? That's a ceramic piece. I love this piece because it's, I don't think this one's ceramic though. I think this is like a metal pour, and this is, what would this be, right? Sort of Lego-ish, Lego-esque. This is because it's heavy, and I don't have the prices on all of these, but also, here's a fun piece here. This is just like a little keyhole. This one has 4 holes, so I just want you to kind of just like salivate over these pieces for a while. So that's kind of fun. We have one square, sort of comical, fun kind of skull here. Like that he has X's for eyes there. That one is ceramic as well, and that one is square, but we also have these guys. So these will be like one one-offs kind of a thing. And these 2, there's a red one and a bright yellowish green. I guess that's like a bright green. And they have 2 holes in them. So always, as we always say, there's like lots of opportunity to put holes in things and that type of thing. Switching way up, I found this cool vintage piece here. This is like a vintage piece with some rhinestones. Some are missing, if that would freak you out. But otherwise we have, it's basically a buckle that actually works. Let's see if I can take it apart. And so you could do whatever you wanted to if you're a seed beater. Okay, come on up. Get my glasses on. Oh, you didn't get it yet, Terry? You will. Yeah. So I think I'm just gonna have to, it's just in there just a little bit tough. There we go. And then you can put put it on different, you know, different eyelets in here. So who knows what you would do with this, you know. I just thought it was really cool. And I'm pretty sure I got something like this at like Sandy Shore, his booth in Tucson. By the way, I'm going to bring Tucson to you guys this year, just because, you know, a lot of the shows are still going on, and so we need to get out there and show you guys what there is to see. So there's that piece, and I just want to mention that each side has a little three banger thing here. So this will be a set of 3 of these guys. These are vintage blanks that are, they remind me of like a cigar label, right? Cigar band. They don't have to be. You can do whatever you want with them, but you can also form them. There you go. So 3s of those. Speaking of, you might want to do some sort of like theme type thing. You don't always have, you don't just have to do one thing, right? You could do a couple. So here would be vintage. Let me see if I can hold this right. These are the wings. Those are so cool. And I thought that would be fun to go. So if you want to get a couple things, you know, I would let you. I would very much let you. These are, you can do 3s of these as well, some more vintage, and that's just basically just sort of like an oval kind of, almost like an ID bracelet type thing. So if you guys are into stamping, if you guys are stampers, go to town with that, you know, with something obviously that would be a little bit more general, not with someone's name, but maybe if you're going to do like Mom or Love or Grace or anything like that. Here are, we just worked with these, I think. These are vintage with the, when we did Neelay's show. That's already just like 2 weeks ago. So leaves, a pack of 3. Okay, working right around here. I'm just going to go up and kind of around here. We have a couple different Milagros. This one, this looks like it was 10 buckaroonies at one time. This is just so much fun if you guys are into like a billy goat. And then this was 10 too. See how much I love you guys. This is just a little piggly wiggly here. This piece I think was by, I wish I could remember the name of this, but look at this one. This is a crane. And again, all these are just going to be like for $5 for shipping. So you have to promise to use them for beads of courage. Okay, that's the deal with this D-stash. All right, so let's see here. I've got some great glass work. I've got these kind of rounds. See how these are beautiful, sort of iridescent pieces. I know my friend Beth would love that. And then I've got this single one here that is, you know, just more like a piece of glass. Oh, there we go. That one goes with this one. So there are 2 of these, but they'll be sold individually. Okay. And so I tell you what, I was thinking this is kind of weird because these are all going to be different. Any overage on postage, I will donate back to the cause as well. So you're not worried about like, oh, this tiny little thing and I'm paying 10 bucks in postage. So those sets, so those remind me of Roman glass, but I don't think they're Roman glass. I think they are glass by an artist. And I want to say she's a seed bead artist, and maybe that name will come to me too. Kristen someone. I've got 3 of these in different things. These are by Michelle McCarthy. She is Firefly, and you know, I bought them. Make a cute clasp or pendant. They have 2 holes like here. So here's a minty green kind of one. Here is more of a natural colors one with a brown on the top and more of a natural greenish color on the bottom. Here is one, if you like, more of a chocolate on the top and a teal turquoise on the bottom. These are birds, if you can kind of see right there. Okay, I just want to make sure that I don't lose anything. Some more pieces. I think these are by Melanie. I don't remember her name, but look at this. Isn't this cute with the little kitty right there, and then the double drill on each side. Woo! Okay, I didn't break anything. Here's a bunny, like a with relief on it, and it's just more of a natural color with these two on the side. So, you know, that might look like to you this would make a great bracelet. Who knows? It would be cute with maybe some leather or something like that. Here is another beautiful. Okay, that's the back. This is another beautiful natural colored ceramic wing. So we've got lots of wings. I have 3 of these, guys, that I had to have. I remember, I was like, where do you get these? I asked. I think I saw some of these at Rustic River gift shop and Bead Emporium. I made that up. In here. In Galena, and I had to have these, and I scouted them out and found them, and then I'm just like, I'm just not using them. So, but these are kind of like a Buddha type person, you know. It's a real kind of Eastern thing there. So there's those. This I'll sell as a set. I just got this marble. This is a, you know, this is a gemstone marble or sphere. And this might be cool with this. So this is kind of a cool set here with this little donut thing that I got. You never know. Who knows where these all came from. I have 3 of these. So this one's not drilled at all. Okay. And this is, you know, a brass stamping, quite yellow goldy, yellow or, you know, green goldy here, just so you know kind of what's going on. But, you know, opportunity here in the back. If you're going to do some resin, who knows what you want to do with that. These, let me know. I could probably do a little drilling into those. Can't drill anything that's lapidary or ceramic. I will break it. This one will come as a set because it's already a set here. Look at these raku pieces. I wonder if I got these from MAC, because they are just lovely, lovely, lovely. Again, this piece here, it's got some heft to it. So this is copper, and this is an interesting piece. So think about how you might be able to work with a drill that's in the middle of the piece. You know, if you bring something up, or if you want to do something here where it's almost like a bead cap for it, this would be, either way, it's going to be a statement piece, just gorgeous. And you can see some embossing there. Really beautiful piece. This, I think this was a Michelle McCarthy too. I was Michelle McCarthy crazy. This is beautiful glazes here. One drill up at the top. And you guys, I mean, honest to God, if you just do just a piece of leather lacing, I mean, people don't always know what to do. And a lot of people just like really simple, minimal things. We just want your touch on them and want to have you involved. Okay, this beautiful piece here. This is wood turned by Banyan Bay, I think. Dee Dee Skiggin and her partner do these beautiful lathe pieces, and these are, you know, actual wood. They're gorgeous. And then instead of just a plain old drill here, this is actually a copper rivet that's been put through the side of this. I mean, the workmanship on this is beautiful. I love the shape, and look at this wood. It's all natural, and these gorgeous gray slate colors mixed in with, you know, this sort of bamboo tone in here too. Beautiful. Here is a piece of gemstone that has been carved. This I might have gotten from Gary Wilson and just never used it. Just absolutely adore this piece here. It's got the keyhole in here, so you know there's opportunities for that. A really nice big area here to, you know, to put some sort of leather lacing. I'm picturing this as a pendant, but you know, you guys are the masters here. This is a piece of ceramic piece. If you have any questions, let me know, guys. This is like a faceted donut kind of a thing. Love this. Love the chunkiness of it. Love the color. You can tell I like a lot of turquoise, tealy green, but then there's also some lighter yellowy brown tones in here. Well, Catherine, I know you might be first to get it. it. You just have to watch. What I'll do too is I will post when Etsy is up, so I'll be watching about that, and it'll take me a couple hours to do this, guys, because I was just gonna like throw something really simpled up, but I'm like, no, that's a recipe for disaster. So okay, so I need to show you, I'm gonna do those last. Here, these will come together because they're tied together. Who knows if you want to do some sort of like earring or whatever. Look at this gorgeous texture. There's like embossing on there with the clay. This beautiful brownish clay here. Again, I'm not remembering, but probably Michelle McCarthy of Firefly. Yeah. Hi, Kimberly. Nice to see you here. And this one has some little wire, man, I always go to the wrong place. Can you see the little wire bales that are already in those? So those will go together. Okay, what have I done yet here? This, I just love this. It's like a vintage piece of something. I probably got it from one of those Rhode Island place. Wolf E. Miro might be where I got this. Isn't it lovely? So this piece here, and you know what, to be honest, I've been hoarding some of these things, and now I'm making them available to you guys, all for a good cause, right? So that's brass and has beautiful, beautiful piercing work in there. I have 5 of these coins. This is the one that's the button, and I love that it's a you know, a lovely square shape. It says 5. It's got the numeral 5 on there, so it might mean something to you, but it's 5 cents. 19 something 2. Let me check that out. 1942. Beautiful. But then I've also got this little one. These will all be separate. Cute, cute little coins. These are all have a tiny, tiny little drill mark in the top here. So that's going to have to be some sort of thread, or you might be able to get a piece of 4-ply linen through there. Beautiful old copper penny. Gorgeous. Here's another groschen, 1948. I bet you I got these from Robert Jenner, because he was doing a lot of these at one point. Yeah, I'm pretty sure of it. And then, look at that piece, R. You know, so some of these things that you'll make with these things are just going to speak to people in their own way. I have 2 of these. I believe, man, I want to say Green Girl, but it almost looks too manufactured to be Green Girl. Sorry if that's... I have 2 of these, guys. If you love bees like I do, just a simple, simple piece, and you'll know what to do with it when you get it. The last couple things here, these are all Anne Gardin. So here is a beautiful piece of enamel here with this sort of demarcation here of a lighter red, and this matching my fingernail polish, more of a burgundy red down here. Here, these will go together because they are together. So she had these gorgeous pieces here with red, and then one of my favorite combinations of red and these just sort of like little pieces, dots of turquoise in there. And then, not to be outdone, a little bit almost of the opposite. So these will go together as well. So these will be turquoise with a little bit more. I think that's probably frit in there, right? That she's baked down there and done the enamel with the back side. Beautiful work by Anne Gardin. One more piece by Anne Gardin. This one's not as bright, but I really loved what she did. Again, these are together, so maybe you'll do earrings. So these are beautiful pieces. It's like an ivory, kind of an off-white here. I love this. And then at the bottom, she dipped these. You know how that whole dipping thing is going on now? And has been for a while. And this is like a gold or like a camel color at the bottom there with some real lovely texture. All right. Oops, I forgot these guys. Here's some cute stampings. These will be, I have 2 of these, and they'll be done a little bit separately, but look at this. If you love like nature, look at the little clover here and this little clover blossom bud thing here with the vine. So I've got 2 of those, and that's brass stamping. And then I'm going to come down to show you these. So these are by Clue. If you guys know Karen Lewis, the amazing Karen Lewis, I have these guys here. I'm going to show you these. So this is a dozen of these, and these are all polymer pieces that she did that I got from her like 2-3 years ago at Tucson. And they're each have a tiny little drill mark right up here in the corner, so you could do something very sweet, and you know, incorporating all these beautiful pieces. So a dozen of these will go together. This is the gray, black, white combination, but I also have this gorgeous sort of, it's kind of, you know, Santa Fe colors here. We've got coral and we've got some deeper chocolate here. Let me show you a few of these pieces. Ah, the bee looks a little like Becky Nutt. It could very well be. Thank you, Kimberly. I try to keep my things together, but so look at that. Aren't those gorgeous? So a dozen of those as well, and all of those are tiniest of drills right in the top, sort of like, they're all kind of leaf forms, right? They would all go together. And then these, which are amazing, those of you guys who do polymer clay, these are all multicolored, so you can't see them too well. If I get them close, it'll blur. Well, we've got green, and we've got some, you know, some red, some yellow, some turquoise, some brown, just a beautiful multicolor. And those again are all drilled the same way, sort of at the top of that leaf. And you can see how they have a little bit of a bend in them, right? To be sort of a leaf. And there's a dozen of those as well. So there. So I hope you'll look for those on my Etsy shop. Again, it's www.brendaschwederjewelry.etsy.com. And yeah, so I think that'll all look pretty darn cool. So I wanted to give you an idea of what to do with these pieces. Just a very, very simple way of putting things together. And I'm looking around here. Oops, did I show you these? These are the, I didn't show you these. I was going to wait till the end. I think these are worn beadies because they look like hers. These are cabs though. Look at this, luscious, luscious. Let's go back down to this view. They're just this wonderful dimensional. I mean, they're smooth on the top, but they have an inner dimension of just like lavender and you know, and gold and, you know, beautiful colors. Actually, it's more like a platinum. And then this piece here, this is a worn beadies piece by Amber Higgins. Did I show you this? Look at all this glass work here. And she does wonderful pieces that she sells her stuff mostly in the hotel market, hotel gift stores and stuff like that. And so she is a wonderful Canadian artist that is a friend and a wonderful artist as well. So back to this, I thought that I would just kind of like come up with a very simple teardrop wire. You don't need the jig to do it, but those of you who have the jig know that you could very easily do this on the jig. So what was I going to do? Oh, even though we're going to sell these as a set, I'm going to clip them apart right here, and I think we'll just do, just so you guys can get an idea of this, don't worry. This is just an idea. Whoever wants these will get them. So you can see what I'm dealing with. So the idea that I'm going to give you is something that you could basically drop a focal piece inside of a teardrop kind of wire frame. And the beauty of this technique is that you can do this with whatever shape that you want. So let's get this out of the way a little bit, and I'm going to bring this back in here, and we'll just show you. So what I did is I picked a piece of pear wire, which is an enameled wire here. This is actually a piece of 16 gauge, and I'm going to have this in mind. And I thought this wire tone, here, let's go in a little bit closer. Woo, well, that's pretty close. Would just work really well with this, right? Hi Sharon, I know Anne's pieces are so wonderful. They really are. So all you're gonna need for this type of a piece is that I've got my frets. Now that's a hammer. You guys can get these at autofry.com, or you can get them at fretsdesign.com. Easy to get, and actually let's kind of come out a little bit here. You guys are going to get a little myopic. Whoa! Come on. Okay, stop. It's not the most precise way of doing this. So you know that this is probably like a vintage tone here. I think this is one of their like brass colors, vintage brass colors. And all I'm going to do is look, I was probably using it for something else. Is kind of, you know, using these Xuron tools here. I'm just going to kind of take and get that open again, and use a wire straightener to straighten that out. Wire straighteners are so amazing what they can do. And simple dimple, as I'm just going to kind of use this as a, because I know that this has to go in the middle. And I'm basically just going to make a bail at the top, and I'm going to do another bail underneath. And we're going to create a bit of a frame and just a teardrop, which is so darn simple to do, even if you don't have a jig. Okay, so let's just kind of take and look here. And you can kind of wrap this around anything circular that you already have, or you can just kind of make an organic frame with your fingers, right? So I'm kind of just looking at this, and I'm just going to eye this up, knowing that I'm going to have to connect here, but then I'm going to basically just wire wrap in here, and I want there to be room here because this piece is pretty, you know, it's circular. It's not the same as this. What I'm going to do is I'm going to make my teardrop a little wider at the top too, so it's going to be kind of a nice, almost a circular teardrop. Then I have more room for it to hang in there, right? Okay, so let's do that. And we're just going to use our Xuron. These are the baby buttacuttas, okay guys? These are the 410s right here. And I'm just going to give myself a little extra. Okay, and set that aside. It's going to be a little organic, but you can just grab like a spice jar or something from one of the areas in your house, something that you can bend against. If this wasn't sort of hollow in the middle here, you could use something like this. If you have a big piece, you can use a coffee cup. Lots of different things that you can use. Here, let's actually use, so I have this piece here that was within arm's reach, so I'm probably going to use this area to go around just to give it some shape, right? So I'm just going and bending this actually with my fingers, and it's got that nice round piece to it, right? So that's going to come together quite well. So just by our finger work, look at what happened just by using this little found object that I had over here. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take, and I'm just going to move that apart like a jump ring, right? So you've got some room in between. And I'm just going to true this up here with this is the flat area of my back here. So I don't have a pokey. I have a flat edge as much as I can. And I'm going to do that to the other side as well. You saw that I was holding that so they don't go crazy flying away. Then I'm going to take a round nose and I'm going to kind of go more of a healthier as much as I can and readjust and go back like this. Okay, so I've made my bail, but under here I'm going to go the other way so that this one goes down. Simple wire work. Now depending on how big your bail is, right? And then that'll go together like that. I always pick up a lot of times. This is this is their tweezer nose, bent nose here, so I'm always kind of grabbing that just to get something in line. Make sure that's all on the same plane, which I can actually do. And I'm just going to check this again and see how that's going to work in there. And boom, that's going to look really, really nice. What I've got going on is you can see here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to connect this right here, but I'm also got a lot of hardware. And to camouflage that, I think what I'm going to do is just tie that on, you know, me and a little bit of leather lacing, just to kind of get another material in there, right? And that's going to make the piece even more interesting. And two, it's going to camouflage this engineering here that I don't necessarily want. If I wanted to also, I could clip this off is another idea here. It's nice of our ceramic artists to have those for those of us who just need them. But also, we have this beautiful donut area here. So this could actually just be, you know, a lark's head knot and tied on right through the middle here, which would give another piece it would just be a beautiful connection. Also, what I'm not liking here is that I have this little bit of just kind of cricket wire, and I'm always in love with just taking my flat nose. Where's my flat nose here? Here we go. Here, this is the 485 flat nose by Xuron, and I'm just going to do my nudgy nudge. Be careful that you're not you know, marring this beautiful enamel on here. But that's going to true that up a little bit more too. Not too bad. Okay, so let's, you guys know, I'm going to put this off to the side so I'm not pounding on this, but I'm going to go ahead and just do some hammering. Again, that's a hammer. This is my co-brand with Frets Design. And when you're doing this, for those of you who are new to jewelry, you're basically hardening the metal. You're giving it a memory of what you want it to do. And you're also hardening it because it comes, especially this craft wire, is dead soft, which just means it's like a spaghetti noodle. Not that bad, but you want it to be somewhat resilient to people wearing it. And I'm going back and forth just to make it nice and flat. If I wanted to work some texture in here, I could do that with either one of the double crosspein, which is the number 2 hammer, or it's kind of fun to do maybe some forging looks with the double ballpein. up in your house. No one's trying to sleep. Okay, and after doing everything like that, you can still want to make it nice and flat. And so those pieces are still together now. Actually, what I could do is I could use, let's see, let's get this back together here. When you're hammering too, sometimes you'll lose and sometimes that shape sort of comes apart. So be ready to do some tweaking here and then just kind of put the things back together the way you had them before you hammered. Again, you have to sort of train that metal what you want it to do. And so I think I probably, what it normally would do, you guys, is I would take and wire these to this little area right here together with some 26 gauge non-ferrous wire. But what I'll do is, you will see in my finished shot that I'll do in a little bit, is take some lacing, because I didn't know how I was going to do this, and attach this to this to this, and I'll probably just have some sort of like little leftover bow type thing happening there. I can see there's a little bit of air here, so I kind of want to get this to be as flat as possible. Okay, so you'll see that. I'll probably include that in my blog. If you guys haven't signed up for my blog, please do go to either the landing page or profile page on Brenda Schweder Jewelry on Facebook or my Instagram site and sign up. There's a registration link right there for that, and that's just a week daily blog with, I call it a tidbit of witty, pretty or witty or wise, and we talk about lots of different things. So this will be really cute, and then what I'll probably do is just take take some of that lacing and go up, and I might even just keep going for the necklace piece of it here. I might need a jump ring, which is fine. I've got some of these jump rings the same color, and then voila, we'll have this fabulous jewelry piece that we can make and give to our favorite cause, again, our people at Beads of Courage. So super duper fun. Anyway, you guys are a little bit quiet today, but thanks for coming on. I see Kimberly gets the prize for most comments today. But I think Ruth might be a close second. And Carrie, yes, Carrie was talking about Jade Scott. So wonderful, wonderful stuff. Anyway, yep. Tried to put some old earrings on. You guys, we're going to be having a sale going on in the next week for Brenda Schweder Steel, which is my jewelry company with steel wire jewelry with Sarah Hannes, my assistant with the mostest, who's also my partner in that particular business. So you guys also, so do share. This is another piece that I've done recently. Please do share. So that everyone gets to know about all this, and that we have all kinds of goodies that we can give away so that you can make things, give them back to us, and then we'll auction them off for the Beads of Courage. So thanks so much for coming, you guys. I absolutely love when you join me, and I love you forever. So we've been going for almost an hour. Much love to you. Check out the Etsy site tonight for all these goodies that you're going to want many of, and take it from there. We'll see you next week. See ya.